Greetings, class. My name is Willie Sonny Amone, and the article that I chose for my project is called Jamestown Colony. And the source of my project is from history. So, a brief summary of my project, of my article, is on the Jamestown Jamestown Colony, which was founded by the first English settlement in North America on May 14, 1607. A group of roughly 100 members of a joint venture called the Virginia Company came and sought out a new settlement in the New World for the English king. But with that, they found conflict, starvation, and disease. When they came out for a new settlement for the king, just for in his righteous name. So when they came out, they didn't know what they were gonna run into, certain obstacles, which was first with the Powhatan people, the native people of those lands. And when they came out, those people didn't like them being in their land, so they both looked at each other from 2 point of views, and they both looked at each other as aliens. So when they came, they had conflict with the people, with the Powhatan people, and they went to war, and there was many loss. So with that being said, the James Colony had to build a strategic fort, which was in a triangle, so that they could protect 3 sides of their people. But in those forts, there were churches, houses, and just like a little town for the people. So when they first came out in 1607, a group of 40 people had to go back to England and set a report for the king, so they can send more men to come back and officially build a town. So when they left, the remainder people that stayed went through what they would call struggle. They went through a struggle because when they left, they were greatly outnumbered by the native people surrounding them. So they had to fight day and night, and just stay alive, just for the new people and new ships to arrive. So that was one obstacle they had to go through. Another obstacle was the disease that hit both fronts, not just the colony, not just the Dane colony, but both fronts of the native people as well. So that hit both sides. And also lastly was known, the food dried out, so they had no food. So they had to pretty much do what most men don't wish or think of doing, which was cannibalism. So they had to eat each other, and there were also people eating leather shoes because they were that hungry. So as those people were doing all that, the people that left went, set the report, and they came back. But they came back in 2-3 years. They came back in 1610. So as they came back to boost the economy for the Jamestown Colony, there was one crop that helped them, and that crop was known as tobacco. So with tobacco, the economy for that colony boosted up, because that pretty much saved that plan of the Jamestown Colony. So with that, they made that, and throughout with the conflicts between the native, they pretty much tied knots by setting the chief's daughter, known as Pocahontas, and one of the Englishmen known as John. And with that, with being able to just be bearer of arms, they were able to trade with each other and just make profit off of each other. So that was throughout 1610. So that's my brief summary of the James Colony, and the reason why I chose this was, my opinion was, it's a very great story. It's very blunt, and it just shows you the beginning and a spark of the new world. Thank you.